Y'all are not allowed to laugh. Y'all are not allowed to laugh about this. Hello, good morning, or good evening whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today we are going over my February TBR. Now, just like my January TBR, this video is not strict in terms of like, I'm gonna try and read all of these books in the month of February, because no, as a mood reader and as someone who is not fast at reading, I like to just have a selection of books to choose from. That way, if I don't know what book I want to pick up next, I have options. Firstly, of course, the classic Cliterature book club of the month. This month it was Mo's choice. This month we are going to be reading The Ritual by Chantal Tesser. I don't know. Sounds interesting. We'll see how it goes, as we always do in these book club readings. I don't know what days the sprints are going to be yet, but as always, follow all of us on Instagram, because that is where we put the most like up-to-date information. So yeah, I do want to talk about the books that I didn't get to from January. Firstly, I was pretty proud. I did actually read 3 of my NetGalley books, finally getting my score back up. However, there were 3 more that I didn't get to. Those were Daughters of Sparta and Shadows of Perseus by Claire Haywood. I'm definitely going to be prioritizing these 2 at the very beginning of the month, because Shadow of Perseus comes out at the end of the month, and I do really want to try and finish it before it actually comes out. The other book that I do want to get to is Never Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez. This one did already come out, but I would like to read it and post my review of it as soon as possible. The other books that I unfortunately didn't get to last month, firstly, Babel by R.F. Kuang. This one I do really want to read it, but the HarperCollins Union is still on strike, fortunately, because HarperCollins just not get their shit together. And I really wanted to do some sort of vlog or something while reading this one, but the union has asked that reviewers try to avoid posting content that's like solely focused on HarperCollins books. They said like wrap-ups and wrap-ups, TBRs, that sort of thing are fine, but like making it the sole focus of a reviewer video is a no-no. I'm hoping that I can get to it this month and that HarperCollins will agree to a fair contract for the union. I also did not get to Ninth House or Hellbent. I was in a little bit of a slump this month, I'll be totally honest. I still really want to reread Ninth House before reading Hellbent, just so I can remember what happened. So these are definitely still like high up on my list for this month. The other thing I did not get to, the Grisha trilogy. I still unfortunately did not pick these up. I don't know. Like I said, I was in a bit of a slump this month, so I just didn't really get the chance to read these, which is unfortunate, because my plan was to read these in January and then reread Six of Crows this month. As of right now, my plan still remains the same, to maybe read all 5 of these this month. However, my focus is going to be on the trilogy, because that is what the show season 2 is going to be about. Everything they've said, there's not going to be anything specifically from Six of Crows in season 2. So yeah. Lastly, as I said in my January TBR, I am making my way through Beverly Jenkins books. I did read 2 of her series last month. I read the Destiny series and the Old West series. So I'm going to try and read 2 more of her series this month. I'm hoping for the Women Who Dare and the Levesque family, I think it's called, which I believe are both trilogies as well. So I have full confidence that I'll be able to get through the 6 of those books, because I've been listening to them on audio. I haven't been in a super big historical mood, but audiobooks are always easy to get through. Let's talk about some arcs first that I have that I do want to read. So in addition to the 3 NetGalley books that I already talked about, I have a a lot more that I need to get through. Firstly, Mothkeeper by Katie O'Neill. This is a graphic novel, so I have full confidence that I'll be able to read it fairly quickly. And I love Katie O'Neill's books. They're just so pretty. So I'm excited to read that one. That comes out March 7th. The other NetGalley book that I have that comes out March 7th is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Howley, I believe is the author's name. This just looks like the perfect like rom-com type fantasy, and fake dating is literally my favorite trope, so can't wait to read that. The third NetGalley book that I am prioritizing is Happy Place by Emily Henry. Yes, I did get that book. Thank you. Thank you, Berkeley. Appreciate it. That one doesn't come out until April 25th, however, so while I am planning on reading it next month, I'm going to prioritize books that come out in March. In addition to my NetGalley arcs, I do have some physical arcs that I got from work / in like Goodreads giveaway. First priority is Full Exposure by Ten Kim Lam. This one comes out in February, so I would like to read it before it comes out. It looks super cute. It takes place during Mardi Gras in New Orleans, which is super fun. This is another HarperCollins book, however. So HarperCollins, if you want a review of it, maybe, just maybe give your workers a fair contract. Some books that come out in March. Something Wild and Wonderful by Anita Kelly. This is about two hikers on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm not going to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm not going to do it. I'm very tempted, but I'm not going to do it. Even after reading this and thinking I might find love. It's not going to happen. Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. I've heard such good things about this one. I'm very excited. Also comes out March 7th. It sounds like a lot of fun. Cannot wait to read it. I have a couple April books as well, but I'm not going to get to all of these. But I like to have a large selection. So Zora Books' Her Happily Ever After by Taj McCoy. Looks super cute. It's about a bookstore owner, which just like fun. Love that. Sounds adorable. Andrew and Saint We're Here by Yanni Garza Villa. It actually might be pronounced Villa. This one looks very emotional. I'm excited to read it. Also, like nervous, but like that cover. Stunning. Oh my god. Gosh, it says it's perfect for people who love Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe, and the sun is also a star. Those are like two of my all-time favorite YAs. What the heck? Okay, this one comes out in April. The London Seance Society also comes out in April. I haven't read, this is by the same author as The Lost Apothecary. I haven't read that one. I don't think this is a sequel. At least I'm hoping it's not a sequel because I haven't read the first one, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to read this one. Robin and Her Misfits by Kelly Ann Jacobson. It's a lesbian biker Robin Hood retelling. What? Honestly, I think someone wrote this and was like, this is for Catherine. I'm obsessed. Cannot wait to read it. I had to take off my glasses because my other light died, and so I had to turn on my ring light. But there's a terrible glare with my ring light and my glasses, so I currently can't see anything. So if I'm not looking at the camera, whatever. The final arc that I would like to read in this month, this is really ambitious. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to read all these. Girls Like Girls by Hayley Kiyoko. It's based on her song/music video, which I love, and I'm very excited to read this one. Sounds very, very good. Also, will probably make me cry, as you do. Some non-arc related books that I'm planning to read as part of my trying to get my physical TBR down, because I have a problem with having a lot of books on my physical TBR. So these are all books that I've had for a little while that I really, really want to read this month. Dead Girls by Nekesa Afia. It takes place during the Harlem Renaissance, which like I love. It is a murder mystery book, which isn't my normal vibe, but the atmosphere and like sounds like it has some like kind of ghosty vibes. I'm into it. I'm into the vibes of this one. And again, the cover, stunning, beautiful. Wings of Ebony by JL. I got this as a gift from the Roomies Digest. Love y'all. I got this as a Christmas gift from them last year. Haven't read it yet. I'm so sorry. I want to read it either this month or next month. I do have quite the stack going already, but this is definitely a high priority. Again, I'm trying to get through my physical TBR and trying to read at least one of like my YA fantasies a month because I have a lot of them that I have not read yet. I do also want to finally read Kennedy Ryan's The Kingmaker duology. These are like two of the only Kennedy Ryan books that I haven't read yet. They'll probably end up being favorites of mine again because literally Kennedy Ryan can do no wrong in my eyes. Like her books, how are they good every single time? They just hit so good. This book, y'all are not allowed to laugh. Y'all are not allowed to laugh about this. I'm serious. Don't laugh at me. I'm going to read The Odyssey. It does have a little bit to do with the fact that I've been listening to Epic the Musical on repeat. But like, hear me out, hear me out. It sounds really good. I became a little bit obsessed with Epic the Musical. If you don't know, it is a concept album currently coming out in sagas. It's based on the Odyssey. It's really good. And I do really like Greek mythology retellings, but I've never actually read the Odyssey, which I feel like so many mythology retellings are based on the Odyssey, even though technically, isn't the Odyssey a retelling? Anyway, this is the first English translation by a woman, and it's written in iambic pentameter, the specific edition of it. I'm specifically going to read this edition. If you want to join me in reading the Odyssey, let me know. I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I subscribe to Illumicrate and Fairy Loot every month. They're book-only boxes, the Fairy Loot adult one. I digress. So I want to try and read the like latest books from them because I'm a little bit backed up on those ones. So the latest Fairy Loot book is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshni Chachki. I really, really loved The Gilded Wolves by her, so I'm excited to read this one. And this is like pretty short also. Those edges, oh my god. It's pretty short though, so I feel confidently optimistic that I'll be able to at least read this one. The latest Illumicrate book that I have, they're like a little bit behind, honestly. But the latest Illumicrate one that I have is The Luminaries by Suzanne Dennard. I've heard kind of mixed things about this book, if people like it or not, so I'm excited to read it to form my own opinion. Finally, these books come out like at the end of the month, so I have like no illusions that I will like actually get to them unless for whatever reason I do. But the first installment of the Monster Ball books are coming out. There's going to be like 3 books coming out for the next like I think 3 months that all take place at like a Regency Monster Ball, which I'm obsessed with. So good. They all come out on February 23rd. The first one is My Marble Marquess by C.M. Nacasta, Monstrous Duke and I by D. St. Holmes, and Taming of the Viscount Viper by Evangeline Priest. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get to those ones this month, but like if it gets to the end of the month and I have nothing else that I'm doing, sure, why not? So yeah, those are all of the books that I am planning. I'm not planning on reading. All the books that I have hopes of reading in the month of February. Let me know if you're planning on reading any of these as well. How many books is that? I'm actually not even gonna count. I'm gonna psych myself out. What if I just do it? What if I read all of these? I think I'd have to read a book a day to read all of these, actually, now that I'm looking at it. No. Maybe. No, it's not happening. You know, like, what are some of your top priority books for this month down below? I would love to hear it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see how many of these I actually read, hit subscribe. turn on that bell icon so you get notified every single time I post. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave the little devil emoji down in the comments below, because we're feeling a little chaotic this month. Happy February. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye.